There was actually one.
It was a this time baby moment then.
Yeah, pretty much.
We don't have enough of those.
There was.
Lord
That's
knows.
what I thought.
Lord knows we don't have enough of those.
That's what I thought. I kept looking at it and I was gonna go. This is normally when I would go next time, baby, but I could make it happen this time. Just sometimes. Sometimes it needs to get through. You do need it this time, baby. Sometimes.
This time, Terrence Howard put on the suit.
Listen, man, this is a chance. We like that joke so much that we could make this a meme potential.
It's red. I'm sure that was part of it. Let's see if Mike can come. Let's see if Mike comes through. That might come through in post. Oh, got the high score already. You like that? This makes me think of when I was down bad and didn't have a game, and so I just sit here for hours and just look at the Game Boy logo.
What if we genuinely had just an entire episode of us? We should do that for like April Fools or something, where we just start an episode just sitting there, just playing a game for an hour straight. Like we barely even talk. Just get super geeked.
It's not. It's a Let's Play, but it's like. Okay, I don't know. I lost the idea.
No, I'm down.
Like we're recording, not direct feed, but and then it's like across the room.
We want to make it like feel like we put no effort into it.
It's like me trying to see our camera preview here from the poker table.
Recorded with an Xbox Connect, and we're just sitting on a couch. You know what I'm saying? Like just like a flat like. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to EntertainGents.
I thought this light flickered, but it was just my glasses passing above and below it.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit big for our britches. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Let's just say we've undone the top button already before we started a roller, right? The top button's on the floor.
Folks, it isn't Thanksgiving yet, and I'm already unbuttoning my pants.
Folks, keep your protective eyewear on, fastened to your skull, okay? Why is that, do you think, Connor?
Man, I don't know what the hell you saying half of the time, but
So Connor, we're here again. We haven't recorded in a little bit this time, but we have plenty to talk about. Plenty to talk about today.
frankly, I'm pretty pissed.
Why? What happened?
Today I got sunglasses on, man, and that's just how I'm feeling. These Game Boys are easing the pain, though, I have to say. Game Boys, I have to tell you, no Game Boy game to me right now sounds appealing at all, but something about having the stupid little thing is just awesome.
I just like the idea of having been done playing a Game Boy game and thinking about having played it and thinking it was fun. You know what I mean?
I've had that thought ever since I was a kid playing Game Boy games, trying to convince myself that they didn't suck.
Yeah, it's like if you didn't play them in the car, it was like as a kid before we had smartphones.
Yeah,
you knew this was like barely better than looking out the window, barely.
Yeah,
but you still would rather like you still sought it out.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, games were like just so much more like looping like then. Like it wasn't like anything different. It just kind of was one basic concept. And a lot of people, it's funny, like get like nostalgic over those games like Temple Run or like the original Angry Birds, like stuff like that. But most of those games were super basic in their concept. Like if you were playing a game like that now that just came out, there was no nostalgic value hooked up to it. Most of these games would not be picked up or even thought about at all.
Because you can do everything now as a mini game in Roblox and Fortnite.
Right. We're not going to get into that, though.
We're never talking about Roblox again. Actually, did you see that trailer for that? I don't remember what it's called. It's called like Hitbox or something. It's a shooter made in Roblox.
No.
But you wouldn't be able to tell that if you didn't know it. It's like a realistic, low time to kill type of game. I don't have any more information. So we might talk about Roblox again. We might not though too.
Yeah.
And that goes for literally any topic you can possibly think of.
Yeah.
In any context too.
As far as topics go, one thing I wanted to talk about, along with the Game Boys,
The Game Boys.
something that we were kind of talking about doing a little bit more of,
Yes.
a showcase of certain games.
You should get like a briefcase. You can like,
Dude, like a Deal or No Deal briefcase. Like,
with like the satisfying like 2 clicks. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
the little like knobs
Yeah.
that like flick out.
You could easily get a foam insert with the perfect cutout for a game or a DVD case too.
Yeah, we could set it up like on the table.
We could have different foam inserts. Like here's one for the DS case.
We could have Micah in a Speedo
We
present
have
it.
Micah in a case. We pull him out. He has a smaller case.
He's in a crate. We have Dylan break the crate open.
Is Dill forklift certified yet? We have him fork it in here, or maybe we can crane it through the skylight of the studio here.
Right. We could figure something out. You know, we're gonna get it in here.
Yeah. So the idea of just kind of showing off some of our collections, some real old stuff that we're excited about.
Yeah, we have a lot of aspirations of what we want to do content wise, and the podcast kind of is the first step. You know, being limited with our time and everything, it's hard to kind of implement these things. But I think
Yeah, and it's easy to get stuck in that concept of being at work, thinking about what you want to do, getting home, not doing the things, and you're too tired, so you just repeat the cycle for 20 years.
Yeah.
And then you get some bad health news, but before you know it, it's too late to do most of those things you ever thought about doing. You could probably cut that out.
I really like that we're really hopeful this week.
I have my sunglasses around. So I'm fucking tearing up, dude. Crying right now. Christ, dude. I won't derail again. You can introduce the game now. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening.
Folks.
Folks, Iran has bombed the studio. You know, at the end of Bullet Train, when Ryan Reynolds is the one on the bike.
Yeah.
That's like in this scenario. That's Benjamin Netanyahu. He pulls off the helmet.
What scenario?
I said Iran bombed the studio,
Okay.
and then he goes, "Come with me if you want to live, brother." Right? Something like that. Cut that out too. Introduce the game.
The Legends of Zelda: Four Swords Adventures.
Four Swords Adventures on the GameCube.
Yes.
Not Four Swords on the Game Boy Color. Four Swords Adventures for the GameCube.
Yeah. I like that I was holding it all the way back here. Like, there's no way that it's probably even seen on the camera. Maybe you see it there, but it's doubtful.
Good thing it's really trivial to throw up a JPEG of the box. In fact,
put it
here it is.
Scared me.
Sorry.
You can't be just like bringing in things from the astral plane. Okay.
Me when I land my astral plane on the astral train.
Brendan,
Shmesh.
I'm excited to play this Zelda game. I have a lot of nostalgic.
You got me a Game Boy.
Yes.
So now we both have a Game Boy SP, so we can play some local co-op on Zelda Four Swords, because you can play it solo, and it's like the 4 links running around. We can actually both, maneuver and be links and solve puzzles and solve dungeons together. I think that sounds super fun.
Yeah.
It's always been something I've been interested in. I think it was this game with it was on like a combo disc was with another Mario game, or with a Mario game or a Zelda game. I don't remember which it was now. Something on the GameCube. But I never got to experience the co-op because you need the people, you need the 2 Game Boys, you need the 2 cables to link the Game Boys to the GameCube.
Yeah, it was a lot of stuff to have.
Yeah, so thank you for pulling the rest of that together. I know you said that you already had the one cable. You had your SP. You have the GameCube, obviously, but you got the game. You got the second Game Boy, the second cable.
Yeah.
That's
It
that's
was
that's all the parts.
honestly today. It was just I was walking around in the store. It was all there, like within eye shot of each other. Like I saw the cords, I saw the Game Boy, I saw the game. It was just kind of like all reasonably priced. I was like, all right, I'm doing it. Like there was actually
It
one.
was a this time baby moment then.
Yeah, pretty much.
We don't have enough of those.
There was.
Lord
That's
knows.
what I thought.
Lord knows we don't have enough of those.
That's what I thought. I kept looking at it and I was gonna go. This is normally when I would go next time, baby, but I could make it happen this time. Just sometimes. Sometimes it needs to get through. You do need it this time, baby. Sometimes.
This time, Terrence Howard put on the suit.
Listen, man, this is a chance. We like that joke so much that we could make this a meme, potentially. If the show does anything, I would like to make Terrence Howard a meme.
Terrence Howard does not need assistance in becoming a meme. He discovered new math.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
No. I just mean specifically him saying,
Yeah. Remember I first deployed the... No, never mind. You don't need to go into it.
let's have a Terrence Howard.
Connor,
Topic of the week.
Do you want to close on the main topic, Disclosure Day, or do you want to start with it?
That's up to you because I kind of just a third eye bystander.
You didn't see it. Oh, I completely forgot.
Yep.
Let's start with it because I don't want to end on a sour note.
All right.
So we had mentioned from, I think, the first time we started re-recording this run of EGS that we were both very excited for Disclosure Day.
Yeah, we honestly, I think, thought it was going to be a safe bet as far as movies that were coming out and, looking to be good.
Yeah,
it was definitely high up
a
on both of our
Spielberg
lists.
alien blockbuster.
Yeah, and it's weird to me, like, it just seems so easy of a thing to get right. And then, like, from everything that, like, you and Dylan have described and everything that I've read about it online, it's like, it just seems like it falls so flat.
Yeah, just so disappointed me. Like, to think that this was, like, there were things that felt very Spielberg that I noticed. A lot of fun shots and just his very purposeful dialogue, kind of how characters speak to each other, like the interpersonal dynamics. But the movie was just, it really felt to me like Halo 5 almost, where how disappointed I was compared to what the marketing made me think I was going to get.
Yeah.
Like, most of this movie doesn't have anything to do with anything science fiction or mysterious or alien. It's mostly, it's one of those movies where it's a chase movie and the good guys and the bad guys just meet so many times. I think, like, actually they link up or, like, they meet up, they have some sort of confrontation, a fight or a chase, and then they're on separate paths again. I think 8 times. It's so long, and there's, like, weird plot lines that come and go really abruptly, are solved really abruptly. I told you about the one that's it's just like it's a 2.5-hour movie that doesn't spend any of the time on the things that you really wanted it to. Even, like, in the marketing and even during the movie, it's making you think that it still has, like, more cards up its sleeve, that it's still hiding something.
Yeah.
Especially Coleman Domingos, I think that's his name. His character in the movie, his name is Hugo. He's kind of like Maz Kanata in The Force Awakens, where whenever someone asks him something, he's like, all will be revealed soon. And right now, if you ask someone that's seen the movie, what did he know? What did he mean? I don't know how they would be able to tell you.
It seemed like it was one of those things where when I, like, looked into it, or when it first was revealed, people were so, like, crazy about it, thinking that it might even be like a sequel to Encounters of the Third Kind. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Close Encounters of the
Close
Third
Encounters
Kind.
of the Third Kind. With it that being like, one of his first movies and one of his first like huge like hits, are, having that cult classic feel. Because then he do E.T. as well.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so this guy's done like crazy movies, like Indiana Jones as well.
For UFO stuff too, he did this really interesting TV series called The Taken, I think it is,
Yeah.
about like different stories about people that were UFO victims, but like it's a fake show. It's not supposed to be real, but
It almost just
he has
makes
a history
you,
of like specifically like this hyper genre of doing cool things.
it makes you wonder because it's like it feels like it's like two things. Like there's times directors just get like they wash out, right? Like I feel like you would even agree with me like about like James Cameron. Like I didn't even see the last Avatar movie. And like there's like
I don't know
two
anyone that saw the last Avatar.
two or three
Genuinely, I do
movies.
not.
Like it went by. I didn't hear anything about it. I still don't ever hear anything about it. Then there's 3 or 4 more movies to come
How
out.
quickly do you get spoiled in everything that you care about, and you've never seen?
I've never seen
a
anything.
frame of the third Avatar. I don't know. I it came out last year in December, right?
Yeah.
It's
I
now
think
June.
another one's supposed to come out this
It
year.
came out 6 months ago.
Yeah. Just it's crazy to me though, like there's directors like that though, like I wouldn't be surprised honestly if Quentin Tarantino's last movie sucks. I know that sounds like kind of crazy, especially with like Once Upon a Time being like such a great movie. I just feel like certain people just get washed up, They go on for too long. They get super like wrapped up in the politics, and I think like somebody like Quentin Tarantino, for instance, is super wrapped up in the politics of like filmmaking. He's kind of becoming like that. Like he used to have a point. He used to be edgy, and then like he's kind of becoming like that old head like Dave Chappelle, Eminem type that we like to talk about sometimes, where it's like, I hate that we can't say retarded. I hate that, like, we can't be
joke
homophobic.
anymore.
We can't say anything, slurs are off the table. Like,
It's like you're saying this in this is your third Netflix special I've heard you say this in.
right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
You're not saying nothing that, you haven't already said. So, yeah.
So I will disclose to you that I was very disappointed in the movie. It's not bad at all. It's not. The cast is great. It just the writing just needed another pass, I feel like, to develop it. Cause like the end 10 minutes are very compelling. Very compelling. And it's like the most that it gets up to what the marketing says it's going to be. And I think there was like an hour and 45-minute movie in here that puts that takes that feeling and extends it maybe into the third act. So maybe it's like a half hour of that kind of stuff instead of 10 minutes. But it just takes way too long to get to what you want. The characters are not good enough to keep you hooked when you're not getting what you want. I think we were due for a miss, though, with this year so far, but because it's been so good, Obsession and Backrooms most recently have been really great. Before that, movies like Iron Lung, different TV shows this year have been pretty good. I thought Daredevil Born Again ended pretty solid.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying From so far. The Boys maybe was a bit of a miss, but also Invincible was pretty darn good this year.
Yeah.
That was also super recent. It feels like a long time ago for some reason. That was super recent.
There's just been so much, like,
Yeah.
so much Pluberus was another one that was this year.
That was this year. Yeah, it's so crazy. Pluribus was very cool. I'm excited for season 2 of that.
Yeah.
Pluribus, the last bit of Disclosure Day did make me think a lot about Pluribus.
That's what Dylan was saying, that the best part of the movie was, like, the end, honestly.
Yeah, it just I don't know. There's not a big spoil. Like, there's nothing big to spoil about the movie. There's not like, there's nothing at the end where you're like, oh, it all makes sense. Like, there's not that moment. There's not. There's nothing up its sleeve. It's just it's I don't know.
Yeah, it's just not what people want. Like, it is almost to a degree like, you don't have to be like fantastical. I think that like you could do something really modern and like grounded, but lean into like a sci-fi element. I mean, why not? Like,
It did do a cool thing. It just was pretty seldom used. There was this interesting mechanic where they had this device that can kind of put you into the consciousness of someone somewhere else so you could have a conversation with them. But the way that they like visually represent that is pretty cool. Like, there's a lot of cool elements. They just weren't assembled correctly, I don't think, as far as meeting the potential that the parts had.
didn't he do the 2000
War of the
2000s world? Yeah,
He did. That movie's awesome.
that's what I was gonna say. Like,
That movie kicks ass. I love that movie.
that's a great sci-fi movie. Like, something like that would have been sweet. That's what I was hoping that Disclosure Day would have been.
Tom Cruise is an awesome deadbeat dad in that. Trying so hard, trying so hard to act like he's like having a normal relationship with his kids, and just like so hard to watch because he's not.
If we ever get like a Patreon, we should do like a watch through series, and we should definitely do one where we watch that.
We should do a Tom Cruise series if we do that.
Listen, I will watch The Last Samurai with you.
I will. We will watch Legend.
We gotta get through the Tom Cruise list. So it's been a little bit of a crazy episode thus far,
Because
but we're having
around.
we're having fun. What else have you been playing this week? I haven't played too much.
Yeah, so since we played last, I've been on a bit of a survival kick. Mm-hmm. As in a survival game. As in survival games.
Right.
So we kind of started, we got back a bit into Minecraft in the past couple weeks. We were messing around on there. You built a pretty sick castle.
Yeah.
I think is what you would call it. It's kind of a gothic greenhouse. And then I tried 2 other games that came out this week, Outbound and Solarpunk.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on Solarpunk? I know Dylan was trying to get me to get on that.
Yeah, I definitely put more time into that. I played some Outbound earlier in the week, and they're both they're both very fun. They were bundled on Steam because they're both kind of chill. There's no combat in either one. There's not like base decay or like the meters aren't annoying. It's just very much about like exploring and upgrading your capacity, your capability.
Yeah.
So Solarpunk is basically a steampunk aesthetic mixed with like green energy. So it's based around it has shades of Satisfactory. So you're like getting machines, powering them with solar panels that you upgrade into wind turbines, that you upgrade into better wind turbines. You are farming stuff. You can get automatic sprinklers that you then wire up. You can have like spare batteries that you store power in. You have like weather. You drive a hot air balloon around or like an airship.
That's pretty
The
sweet.
map consists of different like flying islands, and it's kind of gated to where there's like a shop island in the middle that's run by this robot, and you bring him certain stuff, and every so often he'll give you an upgrade for your ship that you reach the farther islands. So we still haven't reached like the last ring, but each one can have like its new resources on it. There's like different animals to tame and farm. So it's just kind of one of those games. It's right up your alley with that game Planet Crafter that you got hooked on last year.
That's what it was sounding like.
Yeah, it's. I think it's definitely. It's a kind of a janky game. There's some bugs, but like I said, it's just really chill. There's like nice sunsets. All the lighting looks nice. The building works pretty well.
Yeah. I would say me, you, and Dylan really like games like that for sure.
And then Outbound is kind of similar. You have a van, just I think like just like a boxy van, you know, just like bigger than a minivan type of deal. And you can like build a base on top of it. It looks like a treehouse with like platforms, but it like folds up when you drive. That part's kind of stupid, but you're basically just driving around this countryside, which is like vaguely Australian mixed with like Western United States looking. And there's no NPCs at least yet. There is like a roadmap for it, but you go around and you're unlocking these radio towers, and the radio towers give you more blueprints. So you're basically just always moving, exploring these different zones on the map that each one has like different collectibles and stuff to do like everywhere, like stones to stack or towers to to get prints from or campfires to light. So you're basically, your base is always with you, and you can like stop and like deploy your camp, and like will set back up how you built it before.
Yeah.
And you have like your machines, and you have like farms and your stuff up there that makes the power. It's just another super chill game. Like there is some meters to manage, but it's not like annoying. Like I was thinking about this in regards to the podcast because we both like survival games a lot, but I think like me, or not even because you like the forest, but I'm saying I like survival games, but I don't like Ark. I'm not a big fan of the forest. I don't like Rust.
Yeah, there's definitely like some that are outside of both of our kind of wheelhouse.
Because I consider it one of my favorite genres, but like there's so much of it I just really don't like playing.
There's a lot of slop content. Like, I mean, it even goes into like Roblox modes and stuff like that too, or like Minecraft.
The Minecraft clones is really what started that bad.
You know, yeah, I get that. I get that fully.
Right. Like we love Terraria, and I love Valheim a lot. V Rising is pretty cool for a survival game. Yeah. The game Planet Crafter is cool. So I would be really down to try Subnautica 2. That's on Game Pass. Like soon, I would be super down to play that.
We should definitely try that.
Yeah, Solarpunk and Outbound are on Game Pass, by the way.
I'll get to it. Yeah.
Neither are cross play with the Steam version of the games, which is strange and frustrating.
That is frustrating.
Yes, it is. One more game that I played, Connor. I played through the game I Am Your Beast.
I Am Your Beast.
I Am Your Beast. And basically, interesting.
Interesting.
It's an FPS. It's a fast-paced FPS game. The gameplay, I would say, is most similar to like Super Hot. It doesn't have the slow motion mechanic, but just in how you interact and like your goals and stuff. You're basically like a Jason Bourne type of character that wants to just live peacefully in the woods in your cabin. And when you say no to a job from the COI, the Central Office of Intelligence, they basically send like squads to try and kill you, and you start to wipe them out, and it escalates from there. It has each mission's like interstitial with these just voice acted cutscenes. It's not something you watch.
Yeah.
And at first, it's kind of like reading aloud to a diary mixed with like the Max Payne narrations that he would do. And at first, you're like, this is super dumb and cheesy. But then by the end of it, you're like, I was like as excited to listen to the next one of them than I was to play the next level. And that actually did enough to like get me with a plot twist towards like the very end, where I was like, no way. And I was like not expecting to care at all. But it was pretty cool. You can really put a lot of time into it with S ranking stuff and different time trials and challenge modes and there's a fun post game thing that's a support group of agents that survived their encounter with you and like their recollection of your encounter. So in these missions, you have like special abilities.
Yeah.
So like they thought you were like flying around. So in this one, you have like much higher jump because from their point of view, you were moving inhuman.
It's kind of
So
sweet.
it was a pretty fun game.
Yeah.
Probably like 10 hours or less. You can get a lot of gameplay out of it, though. If you want to do more,
Might have to check that one out.
I Am Your Beast,
I am your beast.
Outbound, and Solar Punk. I think you would like.
Yeah.
All right.
I would like to definitely check them out. I did not play much this week. I didn't even play much of this game. I played a little bit. The intro into it's quite long.
What's the game?
007.
Ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-da.
There's just something every time that game starts up and that's like on. It's kind of one of those things that makes me smile a lot more because it's weird because I didn't have an affinity with Bond. I really only I think we talked about this. Like it was kind of like Star Trek to me, where most of the older ones
Good comparison.
didn't care about it at all, and then the Daniel Craig ones, I was more interested in. But it just always seemed like something that was kind of more older, just like an older generation's kind of fondness. But like
Something more British.
well, that's kind of the thing that's crazy about it that I didn't realize is that like they're huge about their characters. Mm-hmm. So like James Bond is huge over there. So people go crazy over it. Which I mean I kinda guess makes sense that you would have some kind of heritage connection to something like that. I'm sure like Harry Potter's probably the same way for them over there and other things like that. I know you probably what are you thinking over there?
I'm listening to you talk. What do you mean? We just you didn't even see my eyes?
No,
I bet that scares you.
I can see the outline of your eyes, but I can't see anything that gives me any like.
You knew I was
You're
cooking
like the
something
elusive
up.
man. I wouldn't be surprised if you just started smoking a cigarette.
My wife loves his show that he's in, the Kavinsky. Is it the Kavinsky?
I have no idea.
The Kavinsky method or something. He is an acting teacher.
I have no idea. Is it like
He's
an Apple
Michael
Plus?
Douglas, man. I don't even know if that's how he sounds, really.
I kept that one
Can
thing.
we
I kept that one thing you said like last week. And he's like, "That's love, man." I went down on Catherine Zeta-Jones.
I'm pretty sure that's can't. I think that is real that happened to him though. I don't think I made that up. When are we gonna watch Black Rain? You're being difficult about it.
We'll watch.
Watching Black Rain.
just
Black
stop
Rain
asking about
would
it.
be a better watch than Disclosure Day for you.
Yeah. I probably agree with
Then
that.
you can watch Dark Skies, that 1993 alien abduction movie.
Why is Black Rain connected to these?
Because we were talking about Michael Douglas, Connor.
Is he in Dark Skies?
That's that I remember, but I don't have the cast page up. He might be.
You're giving me false hope with this Douglas.
Also, I think, but before we record next, I'm gonna watch Close Encounters of the Third Kind for the first time.
Oh, you've never seen it?
I've not.
I've never seen it. I don't know. I hear it's slow.
It's okay with me, as long as it's slow in the way I want. I wanted Disclosure Day to be slow in the way I thought it would be, but it wasn't. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It's hard. Like,
Yeah, it is. Goddamn right it is.
I just feel like on paper it's something that looks good. I just feel like the type of movie that he's interested in making isn't that type of thing anymore. You know, they talk a lot about like how like your craft changes a lot. So like you look at like certain bands like Weezer or something like, and it's like they're still making albums, and it's like it's nothing like what their original.
He's also
music.
a Jew though too. Is the thing. Steven, he's Jew. Yeah.
Jewberg, huh?
Why is he Jewberg?
I don't know. Yeah. It's just a disappointment, man. I don't know. There's nothing like I think the thing that obviously, like we said, he's made like classics that are like E.T. is slow, but like it is a good movie. I actually do kind of like it. Like there's something warm
Jaws
about
is
it.
pretty slow and good, huh?
Yeah, Jaws is another instance of something that's like kind of
Jurassic
like,
Park. That can be slow sometimes.
Yeah.
Not exactly.
He did Catch Me If You Can. That's like
He did really.
one of my favorite movies. Yeah. So like he has a lot of range. Like I would say, especially with
That's a good Christmas movie.
it is.
Oh, that's a good
I
Christmas
watch
film.
it every year. Yeah. But I don't know. I hoped that it was going to be like something with that style, especially with Catch Me If You Can being primarily set in the like late 60s, early 70s, I think. I thought something with that kind of a vibe. I remember when we talked about it, like being just described as like a UFO like based movie, that would be something really cool to lean into as like a 60s or 70s era.
Nope was a much cooler UFO movie than Disclosure Day.
Which sucks because Nope isn't really that cool of a. Nope also lets you down in that like category. It could have been something that was like set up more, and I think Nope is good. It's not that I think it's bad. It's just that I think
the idea is so original. I think it's just super memorable.
it is. I'm not trying to say anything that takes credit away from that, but it's just the aspect of it's been a long time since we've seen like a kind of movie like that, like a sci-fi movie. It'd kind of be akin to me with if they did like a newer Body Snatchers type that was like given the proper production value. Because like really the last one would have been the one with Nicole Kidman and Daniel Craig, right?
The Invasion or just Invasion, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean like to me I think like get another type
And that
of movie
was the
like
worst
that
one
going.
of the official adaptations of that story. That was the worst one of them.
Yeah.
The one from the 50s, the 70s, and the 90s are all awesome. And then that one's just kind of mid.
It's just to me the concept's already there, stuff's already been done that's like even more creative, so why can't we still get these movies that have cool or like you have a movie that you have these horror movies out that are far different like Get Out or Obsession where like, each generation kind of has their own like founder in the industry that will kind of like do something crazy different and people latch on to that style and want to like copy that and that becomes the new sort of like talked about style or thing. And it people get really attached to those, new ideas and the older things that still could be relevant or still could be useful and integrated into ways like, looking at something like that just came out that could be used as an example is like Spider Noir, like having that black and white style. Like I haven't seen a detective movie like the most recent thing I can think about would be like that what is it, Sin City, or like that dumb like comic movie.
Frank Miller's Sin
Yeah,
City.
like
That first movie is pretty cool.
Is
the
it?
sequel's bad.
Okay, well maybe I will give it a try. I thought it was dumb.
I was actually just thinking about that movie yesterday. I think it's awesome, actually.
it being in black and white, like that stylized, like that's, I want more like, I just want more movies that are just kind of regular movies to like be like that, like a lower budget movie or like with a no name actor, like. But it's like it just feels like these studios never have like the balls to do it. Like they're worried that
Should
people are
watch
gonna
Schindler's List. That's in black and white.
not the vibe I'm going for, but I mean, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Schindler's List.
I don't. It'll never be viable for anyone that wants to make any kind of money to do anything in black and white only. I don't think, which is sad. We did have Werewolf by Night, of course,
Yeah.
iconic use of black and white.
It
And-
also had the Spider Noir thing though of having the color version
Wasn't that
released with it.
was that with it, or was that like the next year?
Maybe it
I
wasn't.
think they
with
waited
it.
a year to release the color version
Maybe.
to capitalize again on Halloween.
I'm not as well like read up on it to really know, so you very well could be
Forgot we were
better.
recording.
Hee. Hoo hoo. You didn't forget.
I don't know what that was.
It sounded like the beginning of Knight Rider.
Connor, one thing I did want to mention on Tuesday, Bobby Prince, the composer for original Doom and Doom 2, passed away. Very sad for me to hear.
Rest in peace, Bobby.
Yes. While most of that game soundtracks while most of the original soundtrack is kind of rips from like AC/DC and Metallica and stuff like that, it was also awesome. You know what I mean?
It is awesome. Yeah, I mean, there can still be something that's creative found in somebody else's art or like perspective of something. Like there's remixes, right?
Yeah.
So
I love that music. It was just re-released, like remixed as like in the style of the new games for the remasters. As it's on Spotify, it's called IDKFA is what the album's called. So that's an awesome version of them. And I think I even mentioned a few episodes ago that the original soundtracks were put on Spotify officially
yeah,
and on
I do
other
remember that.
services. So they are on there now. Goodbye, Bobby.
Goodbye, Bobby.
Bobby P.
On to the next one.
What does that mean?
Next hole coming up.
The fuck you doing?
That's like one of your Winter Soldier activation code lines.
Christ.
Next hole coming up.
Connor. We've been going about 45. I think we're out of
I think we're due
Yeah.
a break. You know, I think we're due our freedom.
Before when we record next, I think I will have maybe gone to see Star Wars for $5 Movie Tuesday. Now, again, I want to highlight, Star Wars has been out now for, I think, 3.5 weeks.
Have you heard anything about it?
Not only that, but I have not had to, like, resist I've had opportunity. I've purposely not gone to the movies because I thought, there's nothing I want to see.
Yeah.
It's not even something that I'm, like, fighting not seeing.
Yeah. No,
I don't know. Maybe I won't. I might not. I probably won't even see it this week.
it's weird, like it's weird how stuff like that used to be really relevant and we never thought it would get to a point where even if it was kind of bad where we wouldn't go and see it. Like that the prequels were considered bad at one point in comparison. Like I would watch the prequels. The prequels have so much rewatchability to them and things to love about them.
I don't think
There's nothing about the new Star Wars that I would ever watch. I've never even rewatched the new trilogy. And
what's going to happen is we're going to have a little bit of it because the people that saw the movies as kids will be nostalgic, but everyone before and after is not going to like it.
But
we
like,
and
where do
younger
you
people,
even
I
see
think,
that?
like
Like,
the prequels.
what kids like really like Rey? Like I feel like I barely see it. I see some kids,
Well,
but like seems pretty far and few.
the people I'm thinking about, like, they are probably even still like teenagers or like maybe just turning 20. But maybe you're like, I don't know. I think about our younger friends, and I don't think they care at all about Star Wars. Full stop. I don't think they have an opinion
Yeah.
on the sequels because I think the sequels made them just not care about Star Wars. Like it made 99% of everyone seemingly just not care about Star Wars.
I know, like, my brother definitely, like, doesn't. Like, he'll keep his eye out for something that's like Star Wars, but he doesn't, like, have an affinity for, like, the movies, really. And then, like, my youngest sister, like, I don't even think has a concept. Like, I don't think she's ever seen it.
Yeah.
Or has a concept of what it is. Yeah. So it's like the younger generation definitely, it's not as important of a thing, which is kind of crazy because it's weird to see foundations shift.
I didn't even mean to mention Star Wars. I was going to say when we record next, we will probably have seen Supergirl. At least I'm hoping to see it. I'm excited for it.
I have tempered expectations for it. I'm not going into it like hot, but like,
I'm mostly excited because I don't know what to expect, and I like that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think there's some things that I'm not like completely turned away from. Jason Momoa, where I stand with him, I'm kind of giving him like the grace to think that maybe he might do okay with this part, but we'll see.
I had that same thought in the past couple of days in that this is the one role where I'm not annoyed at the concept of Jason Momoa.
It also seems like he's just toned down a little bit more because Lobo sometimes can be annoying, like in just like his manner or like
Lobo's
dialogue.
not the hardest character that James Gunn would have made work. Whoa. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Hey, the camera's not rolling. They can't see us.
There's a lot more freedom.
We're in the dark. We're behind you. We're inside you. We're outside of you. We're inside of you. We're outside of you. We're inside of you. We're outside of you. We're inside of you.
Very crazy, chaotic episode. We weren't prepared for shit. We didn't watch shit. We didn't do shit.
Connor, I played probably 13 hours of Solar Punk this week.
Man, we didn't do shit, man. We didn't.
And I worked every day.
Yeah,
since.
Man. Well,
I think I worked every day since the last.
We all got responsibilities. We all got things that we got to do, you know. So let's just call it a day, huh?
Until next time, visit Niagara Falls. Connor, EntertainGents.
Peace out.
EntertainGents, cash out.
Peace out.
Let's try some more outros.
All right.
EntertainGents, trailing off. EGS out. See you later. He's turned off the lights.